What's good? What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Urban Platform Speaks. Make sure to like and subscribe as you tune into the channel, check out the content. And with that being said, man, I want to speak on Angel Reese and her role. What I think that Angel Reese need to really do in order to be successful with the Atlanta Dream, right? And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to play some audio from Jason Whitlock's show and kind of really just go up against what Jason Whitlock said about Angel Reese, right? Because I think this team, the Atlanta Dream, is a good fit for her, but there's some things that she's going to have to do to adjust her game in order for her to fit in with the Atlanta Dream, right? And so before we even get started with that, I wanted to speak about my new sports trivia show that I have coming up. I'm looking for some contestants. If you are a sports guru, you know basketball, you know baseball, you know football and boxing, or any of those sports, and you want to come on and display your sports knowledge, man. Um, just give me a call. You know, you come on the show, you and the whole thing is you we play tic-tac-toe, right? And so you answer the questions, you get three X's or three O's in a row, and then you'll win cash or prizes, you know, whatever we got going on for that episode. And the thing is, you get $50 just for coming on and being a contestant. So no way you can lose, and then you can win even more money on top of the initial $50 you get. So it's a win-win all the way around. Now, give me a call at 410-493-6938, and we can set you up to come on the show. Now back to the story at hand. So, like I said, I'm gonna play the audio from Jason Whitlock's show, and I'm going to kind of like rebut that or refute that and go against what Jason Whitlock had to say about Angel Reese and tell why I think I disagree with what Jason Whitlock is saying about Angel Reese.
Reese in her bag last night for the Atlanta Dream. Unbelievable. Playing the Washington Mystics, Angel Reese put on a show. Check out these highlights. Girl was in her bag. This is a bad sign for the WNBA. Another bad sign. In connection with all the empty seats at the Indiana Fever's last preseason game, here you have second or third, fourth highest profile player in the WNBA, and she simply is brutal offensively heading into her third season. And these players are now making seven-figure salaries. This deal is going to be mimicked and called out the entire season. What are we paying for? Why is Angel Reese one of the biggest stars in the WNBA when she's one of the most brutal basketball players we've ever seen? Yes, she can rebound. She can rebound and defend a little bit. This kind of offense, and WNBA players are making seven-figure salaries, this is going to be ridiculed the entire season, and it should be ridiculed. The momentum that the WNBA has had, they've blown it. They've destroyed Caitlin Clark. They've destroyed her fan base. And now players like Angel Reese and the new collective bargaining agreement that allows these players to get overpaid. They're flying private. Some of them are making seven-figure salaries. It's all going to get called out. It all needs to get called out. This is brand mismanagement. This is
All right, let me stop it right here for a second, right? Because, like I said, Angel Reese, I think that she fits in with this Atlanta team. Remember, Atlanta Dream they were in the playoffs last year, and they had a really good season last year. And I think what Angel Reese, her skill set of what she brings to the team, I think really fit them. Like rebounding and defense, that's her. And to me, that's the strongest part of her game. Now she can score, but you don't, because they have the other young ladies on the team that, that's their job and that's what they do. They're really good at scoring. Angel Reese can shine if she just her rebounding and her defense, and she just really just focus on that. Almost, and I said this when she was with Chicago, almost like a Dennis Rodman type. She could be like that Dennis Rodman for Atlanta, because they don't need to run the offense through her. Like they tried that in Chicago. That really wasn't the strongest part of her game. They tried that a little bit. They didn't have a whole lot of success with that at Chicago. But I think now that they have scores around her and she can get the rebounds, kick it out for second chance opportunities for her teammates, play tough defense. Like I said, her role on this team, I think on a championship team, Angel Reese will probably be like your third or your fourth option offensively. And if you think about Dennis Rodman, for people who was around or who know about Dennis Rodman, like Dennis Rodman, that was his role, to rebound and play defense and to get into his opponent's head. And I think Angel Reese could have that type of impact on this Atlanta team if she just leans into that. I just don't think that like somebody like Jason Whitlock could say that Angel Reese can't be successful, or she's not successful, or she won't be successful. That's up to Angel Reese, right? That for her to lean into the skills that she have and the skill set that she had and just make the most of that, and this, what she brings to the Atlanta Dream is what the Atlanta Dream need. And hopefully, she'll just lean into that. But I definitely don't buy into what Jason Whitlock is saying. But let me get into some more what he's got to say about Angel Reese and the Atlanta Dream.
A league that has no idea what's around the corner. And look, I'm the one that's been saying forever, they don't care about making money. They care about being on message, on political message. But at some point, enough is enough, and paying 7-figure salaries for third grade basketball, just not gonna fly. Angel Reese, the gift that keeps giving, and the gift that's going to destroy the WNBA. Caught this, but the Indiana.
Yeah, and see, I don't think that Angel Reese, like I said, is going to destroy the WNBA. I think that once they develop the chemistry in Atlanta, everybody knows like where they fit in, at Atlanta, what piece of the puzzle they are in Atlanta, and they buy into their roles. I think Atlanta is really going to be successful. And I think that because they have veteran leadership on this Atlanta Sky team, that I think Angel Reese will be able to be they'll help her to fit in, and they'll be able to develop chemistry between the veterans, which Angel Reese is a veteran. This is her third year in the league. But I think that chemistry will come along as the season go along. But I'm not buying into this guy, Jason Whitlock, with him saying that, it's hard to watch. I think right now they're developing their chemistry and everybody's just figuring out how they're going to fit in and mesh together. So that's my take on it. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Again, don't forget to give a call, leave a message. Let me know if you're interested in being a contestant on the basket or the sports trivia show, not just basketball, but the sports trivia show. Leave a message, because most likely I probably won't answer the phone, but I'll definitely get back to you. So with that being said, man, y'all make sure to like, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to, well, that's it. That's it for this episode. And I'll check y'all out in the next episode. Peace.